Okay. Welcome everybody. SGG Survival. I'm sorry, I don't speak Russian. What's up, boss? Alright, I'm gonna put some music on here. I hope I don't have any issues. Which... I'm just playing a playlist here, so... Okay. How is everybody doing? Okay, so that's Rosewood. Let me make sure here, just real fast, I can hear myself. Okay, so I can definitely hear myself. Put the music back on. Okay. So, play some of the alerts from people who have subscribed. ADK Crunch, thank you very much. Rain, H1Z1, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys for subscribing to the channel. I'm sorry that you subscribed when the stream wasn't going. Angel, thank you very much. Blackburn, thank you very much. Melissa Evans, thank you very much for subscribing. Michael Grogan, thank you very much. These are just people who subscribed when, like, the stream wasn't going, so. Okay. So this is the PV area. Do I have any background in-game development? What do you mean by background in-game development? Like background music? Alright, so the latency is pretty low too. This is the first time streaming since the computer crashed, so I also gotta make sure that all of the settings and everything are correct for this stream, you know? There's like small things like this I'll be fixing today. Don't want the water showing up there. Let's fix this little thing we've got going on here too. I'm trying to think. I don't think it should be that way. So let's just sculpt this area. Like, did you study it? or did you work as a game dev before? No, so my background, like my education is product design. I went to college for product design. And then just because I live in the central Midwest, there's not a lot of companies that look for those. And I didn't want to move all the way out to the West Coast or New York or anything like that. I just couldn't afford to move out there. So this is just something that I've been doing as a hobby. And Unreal Engine is actually just like a very awesome and free tool that I've been learning as I go. But I think my education in model making definitely helps, because like without that I wouldn't be able to make a lot of the props and stuff that I have. Don't tell me textures. Okay, no more river. When I do stuff like this, I have to save the file right away. Otherwise, it takes up a lot of the raw memory on my computer. I have 64 gigabytes of raw memory on my computer, and this thing takes up right now just operating while I'm making it. But keep in mind, this is also because my computer is rendering everything within the sphere, the game world. It's taking up 9,300 megabytes of my memory out of, I think it tops out at like 24,000, I think. But so we're gonna be making an area right here today, coming from one of the points of interest. This used to be where Governor's Mansion used to be, but now it's going to be known as, I actually have little things made up here, so let me see. I named it. So there's gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, there is 5 main points of interest, and then I'm gonna make like 8 smaller ones. So you guys already know about Rosewood and Bellevue. There is Prairie Village, which I kind of showed, which is in the middle. Then this area is not Governor's Mansion, but is Government Villas. This is the Government Villas right in this area. So instead of 1 building, there will be 2. There'll be some little warehouse shacks out here, cabins, downwards ramp off this back hill to go over to some warehouses over here. And then down as we go past this way, what used to be like the military area, this is going to be like a barracks. So there's going to be a bunch of these size houses running in rows that you can loot for a bunch of good stuff. In the future, when it comes to skins, you could hit up 3D Zimmerman. I bet he will make a few things in his free time that you can use. Okay. I'll have to look into that. I mean, I honestly enjoy making a lot of the stuff for this. But, you know, at the same time, this wouldn't be possible without Unreal Engine being free and without the Unreal Engine store. So he made a ton of skins for H1. That's good to know. Okay. So from here, I'm not necessarily going to do much. I am going to try and make a spline. in this to make it better. So let's go into this spline. Okay, so now I can make my spline. We're gonna go from here. And this is gonna kind of like swoop in here. That'll be fine. Okay, so we got this mapped out kind of the way I want it. Let's see what we can do about this. Ah, crap. Okay. So I've got the ones I want to use selected. But we gotta adjust this a little bit. Make this off the ground. Different levels of terrain. Make this the entry so that can stay on the ground. Make that go up. Put a point there. Oh, heck no. Not what I want. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Everything's above ground. Select this out. Can't believe it did that. I'm gonna make the ground underneath it mud. And then by having these two selected, it will raise or lower the terrain to wherever I have this set on the ground. So... unfortunately, I do want to turn that better and bring that in to match. Okay. So I like doing bigger links because sometimes I have to shift select every single one of them. I don't want to do this to the whole road that I've already made. Mud raised lower. Alright. We now have a terrain here. And so now if we change modes, this is just a dirt road that's slightly off the ground. We'll smooth this out a bit here. Make it easier for players to walk up and down it within certain areas. Alright, this is where it's not so much. So grateful for the fact that it does that. Starts to pixelate it for when I am using too much memory. Hey, Red, what's going on? Red has indeed emailed skin concepts already. But I'm hoping that we can do like a community-based thing. Kind of like what Rust does for their skins. Alright, let's up the tool strength. Did your community already found out about anime I talked about in one of my Twitter posts? I don't think so. I don't know if anybody has responded to it or not. If it's a little bit jumpy, it's not the stream, it's my actual computer. If you guys could tell, I had 26,000 on my frame, or on my memory usage up in the top right corner. So, time to save the files. Ever heard of Dragon Maid? No, I have not. Bit, what's up? Smooth operator. Yep. Game development on your computer is intense. We'll skip the smooth stuff for right now, just so that we're not just gonna be sitting here like saving over and over again and like being boring. And we're gonna start laying out this town here. So there's gonna be military barracks in this vicinity right here. Consider that an answer. What, smooth operator is an answer? I still have never seen Dragon Maid. Which is really funny because I watch, like, ton of anime. Just biding my time till I start nagging you for a spear. Back to the spears. Okay. So we're gonna start placing things. I'm thinking it should be... Turn that down, it's so loud for my ears. Turn it up on here so you guys can still kind of hear it. Let me know if you guys can even hear that music. Also, you may believe or not, but I actually tried to make Just Survive in Unity engine, but all I ended up with is only a half-done game map and only one working gun. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I looked over like the files that I would be able to have and start with and what I would have to work with after the fact. And I was like, okay, I think I can do this. So I put those there, but this is smarter. One. That makes it 2. We're gonna flip that one. Go into the details here. Okay. No, you know what? We're gonna do this instead. In case anybody's wondering where I'm pulling these from, music is fine. Okay. I am pulling these from a secondary screen that I have where I am searching like key names for props that I have. What else? What else we got in here for props? The dragon made anime. Bro, maybe there is some fan service. But still, it's fire for me. Is it on Netflix or Hulu? It's actually pretty well aligned for just doing that by eye, I guess. What next? What next? I have like so many files here with things in them. Also, the answer to my question was Dragon Maid and not Smooth Operator. Bruh, sound effect 1. Now there is an English dubbing on YouTube. Whole season is dubbed. Huh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Come back to that folder. I guess I need to make like a second screen where everybody can see what I'm like clicking on. Oh. Is it safe to assume that over time these freshly placed buildings would have interiors and would be lootable? Yes. So all of these all of these where these like apartment buildings here, all of them are already here. All of them have different interiors. Bedrooms, bathroom areas, And they're 3 floors high. Okay, I have to make an animation so that you can climb and get into the roof and look around in there. That's just some background music I put in there for right now. Get rid of that for right now. But yeah, they'll all be lootable. There'll be items in there. But I'll have to like individually go in there and do that. So within here, there's going to be plenty of stuff to put. I think that's already like a pretty big lootable area. So let's just paint a way in there. Because if I'm cool with the terrain the way it is, I can actually paint the road itself and leave it all as one individual thing. So I can just do this and say I want it to come together like that. And then obviously like branch out. I want there to be a lot of fall off from this. When you affect the texture of the terrain, that probably uses the most of your memory when you're developing. But that's okay. Not worried about that. So we'll just save that real fast so that it's not jumping around. Will you place all the loot and trees by yourself? You use some sort of AI for that? So when you're developing, there's not necessarily an AI you can create that spawns or like lays out where it spawns. Pretty much what there is there's blueprints that are spawn points, and you lay out where those spawn points are going to be. And then you can decide on each spawn point how random you want each item to be, or if you want it to specifically spawn one item each time, or like a specific item no matter what. And so what I'll be doing is I'll be placing all of those. So yeah, more or less I'll be placing the spawn points, but in terms of how I'll be placing them, there won't be an AI for me to use. There's AIs that I can use for the bots and stuff, obviously, but there's no necessary AI that I can make for spawning the stuff. Now, if somebody made like a plugin for the game developing to do that, then maybe, but that's something that I haven't seen in the store, and I don't know how to make it. So since my game has only one working gun slot with guns, should I use... What gun should I use in it? You should just do a game of just straight ARs. I really considered making, after this is all done, if Battle Royale is still like the main game, I kind of have wanted to make a Battle Royale that's like very, very simple. One style of gun, one style, like, so like one type of shotgun, one type of single shot assault rifle, one type of automatic rifle, one type of pistol, one type of sniper, and it's battle royale style. Everybody's character mesh is the exact same, so everybody's hitbox is the same. And then, like, if you want to look different, it's like kind of a ragdoll thing. You just change the paint job of the ragdoll. And it would be like skill royale, because everybody like is complaining so much that the battle royale games are no longer skill based, that they're all like luck based, depending on like where you land, this, that, the other thing. I'm like, oh man, here we go. So it's like, let's give them what they want, right? Crossbow. So a BR that is actually based on skill. Yeah. You know, it won't be pretty. It won't, like... I mean, like, I'll make the levels and stuff look pretty, but, like, you won't have amazing characters. Like, there won't be a ridiculous amount of weapons to go with. But, you know, at the end of the day, you'll be able to say, yes, I have these wins because I outskill these people. I mean, that's what everybody wants, right? Isn't that the whole point? I'm just surprised somebody hasn't done it already, to be honest. Like, they would probably make a decent amount of money off of that. Oh, I guess maybe they think that their games are skill-based, so... And not based on who has the fastest PC and gets the shotgun first. No, so like, the way that I was considering doing this is I would design the game in low poly. So not only would it be good for all ages, but it would be good for pretty much any, like anybody's hardware that they had, you know? And so that, like, it was pretty much even across the board. There wasn't some type of weird latency issue because somebody doesn't have as well of an operating PC or something like that. So yeah, those are just kind of things that I think about when I see all of these guys on Twitter or professionals on Twitter, you know, talking and having issues with the game. I would love a game with the physics of H1, like movement and recoil, but on maps like COD. Yeah, that would be cool too. I personally was a big fan of H1Z1 when it was one game. When it was obvious battle royale style of that. And then I was not a fan of Black Ops 4 when it came out. That's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people maybe do like it, but I was just not a huge fan. And then Black Ops 3 was probably my favorite. Out of all the Black Ops, 3 was probably my favorite by far. Gotta make the terrain a little bit more interesting. Those look pretty good actually, just the way they are. Let's save it real fast. Save it, I'll place a few more things, and then we'll run around in here and see what it looks like. So this is pretty much my process when I build an environment, is I rough lay out a few things, and then I run the character through to give it a feel. When you say one game, you mean before the BR was carved off of the survival game? Yes. Boss, I sadly never played pre-split. Understandable. It was fun pre-split. I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't have a problem with it when it did split either, but at the same time, it obviously split the community in half between people who enjoyed BR and people who enjoyed the survival aspect of it. And that was, I think that was the first of a lot of bad decisions, obviously, that they made for Just Survive. Okay. Play this. I started playing H1 when Z1 came back. Man. I was playing both Just Survive and King of the Kill on a computer that was using AMD CPU and graphics card for a while. Alright, I like this. Good space in between. I'll put some more buses up and down the path as, like, things you can hide behind and shoot for. Doesn't block. Cool little area. Okay, cool. Somebody could come up from behind and pop you right through this window. Gotta be careful. Not safe from any direction. You never played Just Survive either? Ooh. Just Survive was a good game. I was very sad to see it go. On my personal channel, I streamed like the last day before it closed, I think. Or the day before it closed because I had to work the day of. Man, I can't even remember what the new Badwater Canyon. I was so not a fan of that map. And I was so not a fan of the new base building that they did. Are there any working guns yet? Yeah, there's a few working guns. But the sounds for them are not the sounds I want to have. So let's take a bus, put it here. Take a bus there. That's what I thought. There we go. Group this first, and then move it around like this. So we'll have one over here. Now I have one over here. Woo! No idea what this song is. Okay, hold on, let me catch up here. Bitchfield says, I hated that split because only those that played the BR could get the Scarecrow skin, I wanted that skin so bad, but I suck in non-PvE environments, so I never got that skin. I wonder what I had. I had a decent amount of skins playing that. I'll have to maybe pull up my Steam and show some of the screenshots from when I played. I didn't get to take a lot because my computer was so bad, but I have like 5 screenshots from playing. I used to play on the EU servers a lot for PvP. So if anybody played PvP on the EU servers and ever played against somebody by the name of Big Kanye West, that was my character name in the clan I was in. Make one bus look like it crashed into a building. Okay. How thick are some of these walls? Not too thick, but we could do it. Eh. I don't know if I have the... I have wall damage effects, but I don't know if I have them in here. Yeah, I'll have to add that pool. Because I don't have that file added in here since the crash yet. Stuart Smith, what's going on? Or put one bus on top of a roof. Oh, God. I guess something I could have done is this. Stuart, what's going on? Bitchville, you ran around as Large Marge, Hurts, Winnip, So Faking, or Bitchville? Stuart, you're good? That's what I like to hear, my man. Let's make more than one of these buses flipped on its side, huh? And then I'm still gathering props. Not only like props that developers have for free that I can use, but props that I'm making myself. I'm actually currently in the process of starting the base building models. No, I don't know that player. It's a good name though, I like it. Rough setting props. Oh, hurts when I pee. That's funny. Yeah, sofa one is a good one. Okay, now I just got some good props. I think this wood is a good one. And then I'll obviously have to make these destructible. They aren't even. Oh. Weird. Strange how it did that. Okay. Anyways. Not too worried about that. Fences can be uneven, that's okay. For right now, I'll fix it later. Definitely not the same distance apart. Alright, that's okay. Simple enough. Group it. Group it. Go to this one. 30 to 22. Ungroup it. Gotta get a little bit more in detail here. Save what I've placed. Start placing some items here. Some street posts. Maybe put some garbage cans out there, mailboxes, you know. Yeah, that's appropriate. Just want to make sure I give the right style. Oh. Nice. Mailboxes. Gotta run. Catch you later. Alright, Bit. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I know not everything here is wild, crazy, entertaining, so I appreciate you coming in, giving your feedback, and we will see you either in the next video or on Twitter, man. Have a good one. Okay, so we got some fences. I guess I'll leave that back part open. But then that question, should I fence this area? Let's put some trees in. I feel like that's too dense. Okay. The soda can opening. Great music. What playlist did I select? Alright. Just real fast here. Alright, let me save this the way it is. Okay. Let me open the world blueprint. So that popped up on another screen. I thought it was gonna pop up here. You guys getting creeped out yet? Oh, I gotta move these. Too spooky for me. It's not that bad. Alright, let's watch the sun come up. Because it'll be happening. Maybe I'll make some of these that you can walk into. Oh, here comes the sunrise. There it is. Night should be darker. That's just the way the sky sphere intensity is. I can change that and lower it. Okay, well then let's do that real fast. Let's check the skylight details. Skylight details. That shouldn't necessarily affect this. Let's try this real fast. See how dark it gets. I think it's got something to do with the fog. Well, let's wait for the stars to come out. I think that's what it is. Let's try something real fast. I thought it would be the fog. Dark, but still pretty bright. Yeah, I think that's better. It was too bright, though. Because I did have it before where it was so damn dark you couldn't even tell what the hell was going on. There's a lot of things that could affect why this isn't as dark as I'd like it to be. Still not that dark. What is this? Alright, let me change playlist. This is like gonna put me to sleep playlist. I'm just gonna put this on because I like it. Do 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 do. Wide scope, what's going on? So it's not just me that thinks the night isn't dark enough. No, I agree with you. I think the dark still isn't dark enough either, but I can definitely, you know, fix it to make it darker. Oh, did it spawn a bunch of the little rocks? Oh, it did, but it looks like it should be there. Nice, okay. Okay, I'm cool with that, whatever. Gonna be a huge stone collecting material area through here. See if I have a material here to paint it with. See what the dunes looks like. Do a little area of it. Oh. Just hit the whole square. Oh, yeah, I don't want that. Dried grass. Compiling the shaders. Undo that last part. Save that. Okay. So then I'm just gonna do these around the surrounding tree area. Yeah, okay, for right now. Okay. Forest ground looks good. And it's darker in the tree lines, but it still needs to be darker. Yeah, like at nighttime it almost looks like it's dawn or dusk. Ooh, what do we got here? What is this? A place to raid? Loot? I called dibs. Oh snap, the sun popped up out of nowhere. Gotta get there before others do. Cool. Plenty of stone material out there. Plenty of wood material here. There'll be other areas with stone material, obviously, too. Odd. Interesting. Okay. I can still fix that. This asphalt is so fresh. See this. Ah, dunk that. Seems accurate enough. Little basketball court on the backside. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. Save that. Alright, put some more. What would that be under? There we go. Leave that stuff alone. Do 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 boop 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 boop. go. Save that, let it render. Oh, I gotta stand up for a second. The chair that I'm using is not the chair I would normally use because the other chair is just too comfortable. Necessarily speaking, it's just too comfortable. Okay. That's rendered a lot better. Take those three, group them, copy and paste them. I don't know if I have any of the fire effects. I do. Gotta find the right. Here, I'll put this over here so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. I think that's the one that I was using. Oh, there we go. Not necessarily the right flame to put there, but we'll put it there for the sake of testing this alleyway. What are you working on right now? Sorry, AFK. I was working on this alleyway in between the buildings. Dumpsters are a little bit big. Make them a little bit smaller. Oh, there's the basketball court. I was like, where's the basketball court? Ready for some hoops? Yeah, I just did this way in between here real fast. Alright, I'm going to let that save. And I'm going to use the restroom real fast. Grab myself something to drink. And then I will be right back. As much as I would like to put up a BRB screen, I do not have one. So let me do this real fast. Alright. I will be right back. Gonna use the bathroom, grab a drink, and then continue. Okay. I'm back. We can continue. I'm thinking, let's give ourselves a little bit of a development break. Okay. The files are saved. We're gonna open up the Epic Games launcher. And then I'm going to pull it up here. And here's all of my files that I have within the game. It looks like one of them got updated. But where? I don't see the exclamation anywhere. I hate that it does that. Okay. Let's go into the marketplace. Stuart, no, we'll sit here all night and complete this. We will. We'll complete it. Don't worry. So let's just see what developers have brought in terms of any good assets that would prevent me from putting a lot of time into modeling stuff. So this first page, this was, as of yesterday, that was there. So this is all new stuff. Dark Knight, NPC characters, house constructor. Oh, okay, I was like, where's the photos at? But now see, this is my, oh, that one looked like it was enterable. Looks like it has an inside. I don't know why you're showing me the attic. It hasn't been rated, so it means not. Oh, now see, that's a good screenshot. That's a good screenshot to have. But now for $85, is that something where I think I could model that? I would rather model more of the houses that I have and save the money, you know? But okay, they haven't put anything new in here, so that was not what I expected. So we'll continue on with this. I don't know, do you guys think there should be? No, I guess necessarily speaking, this is going to be back to the government villas and the military bases. So we're not going to want them to, like, this is going to be like an off the beaten trail thing. Don't want people to pay too much attention to this area. So we'll just fill in this path a little bit. Actually, you know what? We'll just do this. We'll go over the path for a bit to kind of fill it in, right? Don't really want it to be too noticed, so we're just gonna go over this area. Probably like, what is he doing right now? Okay. I know those houses look really good. It's something I'm gonna have to think about, but obviously consider building myself. Do this real fast. Now this is when I'm going to start getting a little bit smaller with the erases. No, I just wanted to erase whatever's in its path. But not $85 good. Are all of these assets so expensive? No, so I can open it up real fast. There's a really cool thing that Epic does that I really appreciate through the marketplace is every single month they allow these assets by random. I would assume that they communicate with the developers that have these and they say, hey, you know, you got really good ratings. You got a lot of people who have purchased and rated them. You know, do you want to do a month for free to the community? And so every single month, like right at the beginning of the month, I go and pay attention to all of these. I've pretty much gone through every single asset, blueprint, and character stuff that's available on here. And so I know things that I'm interested in. Just like this month, all of these I was like this one I was interested in, so I didn't have to create the blueprint for when you're in a group to highlight your friends. So now I don't have to worry about doing that. And I have this, and it was originally, I think I posted before, it was originally priced for like, I think $24. Same with this one. This project originally is like $65 or something like that. And it's free this month. And since I downloaded it, it's free forever for me. I know. And so like these are all free. There's 219 objects that are for free. Like you can do Steam VR input. I mean, they've got so many different things that are for free. They give you the option so that you can do face motion capturing on your own. I mean, the list goes on. There's things that I obviously own here that are within the game, like the industrial props pack that saves a lot of time. You know, so there's an unbelievable amount of assets here to use, and I obviously have downloaded a decent amount of them to use within this game. But then also the caveat is if I bring over this window, this is these are like all the different files I have. They are so nice. I know. They're so nice. So here's a file that I have called Turbo Squid. All of these files in here are files that I've had to work on to complete, or files that have been partially created by a developer that didn't want to finish them. So I've had to finish them to get them to work. So if you guys see any of the file names in here, anything that's in here, I've had to actually put serious time into to lay out all of these, the material, so the skin for the object, making the object actually work, giving some of them skeletons. All of those are things that I've done for those. So this game is, you know, mostly made by other developers that have made individual parts and pieces for people to use within other games. The benefit is any of those assets that I showed, since I'm using Unreal Engine, I have the right to them, to use them. And necessarily do not need to give credit to use them. Now, in my personal opinion, I think I will be listing all of the developers of the assets that I've used in the credits in like a special section that'll be called like, you know, Unreal Marketplace developers or something like that, and I will just list all of them because there's just so many, and I think it's appropriate. Even if I don't have to, I think it's appropriate. You know, I'm just the tool behind everybody else, you know, that have made these individual parts, behind the support. I'm just the guy that's, you know, putting everything together. But I'm okay with that. I enjoy that. Yeah, I think it's common sense to give credit even if you don't have to. Yeah. And like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like each individual piece works right away. Like, if you get a character, it's not like the character is game ready. It's not like the vehicles and stuff are game ready. Like, there's still coding that has to be written for them to work the way they need to work and operate the way they need to operate. So it's like they're trying to help you save time. Especially if you're a one-man band. They know that not everybody can do everything. So, I just find it obviously appropriate to try and, you know, give thanks in some way, shape, or form. Because I plan on releasing some of the models that I've personally made for this game. Like, once I've done and I've finished the base building models that I have made, I plan on releasing those so that, you know, if somebody else wants to, they can use them. Try and fix this real fast. Just save it so that the files aren't so blurry. You see what happened there when I was raising and lowering the terrain? The tree was rotating and lifting. The tree is auto set to match the terrain in a certain setting. And then it just rotates on random. So I don't have to worry about going in and fixing that. So if the terrain lifts, so does all of the material. Very, very, very convenient. Hold that. Excuse me. When your computer's mad at you. Alright, sorry. Apparently OBS is disconnecting and reconnecting for who knows what reason. I think I was filling up my CPU and memory. Alright, we back. Yeah, sorry, I think sometimes when I'm doing what I'm doing, it uses so much of my computer's memory and so much of my computer's I can't even say CPU because the CPU in this computer is an i7 and it just like I cannot seem to overwhelm the CPU, but the graphics card and the memory I can definitely overwhelm. There is, and I think to be honest, I'll probably turn the stream settings down to maybe only 720 60, so that the video quality only outputs at a maximum of 720 60, but or maybe even just like 1080 30. But right now it's telling me that it is using 1.2% of my CPU. 1.4, 1.7. Whereas I can almost guarantee Yeah, so my CPU usage right now is 15%. My memory usage is 57%. With Unreal Engine using 10,000 megabytes. Yeah, the most CPU usage is on my system. Between Google Chrome and OBS, Google Chrome is using more CPU than OBS is. Huh. OBS, hello. Okay, well, with OBS, I guess, crashing, and it's been 2.5 hours anyways, I was only going to stream for another half hour on this. So we'll just call it a day at that. I'm sorry that it keeps freaking out like that, but I do appreciate everybody stopping in and watching. If you haven't gotten the chance to, make sure you hit that like button. And I will make sure to be uploading a developer message pretty soon just about the progress and what else is going on. So with that being said, I am going to end it on that note. Thanks again, Boss, Stuart, Widescope, Bitspell, or Bitchspiel. I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll do more of these. I'm going to look into what the issue is with the OBS. Because when I stream on my personal, I use Streamlabs OBS, and that doesn't have an issue. This is the first time I've used OBS standard since my computer crashed, so I'll do some editing there. But thanks again for watching, everybody. And yeah, if you want to, you can sit back and watch it again later. I will see you in the next video. Thanks again for the support, and goodbye.